Everybody, welcome back
Welcome
to
the
the
BCBP.
Blue Collar Business Podcast.
Back again.
Grant, when was the last time we did this podcast?
Well, it
I'm
was
trying to
definitely before 2026. So this is the first one of this year.
I'm trying to get a feel for
I think it's been like
how
5
you
months.
can monitor time.
It's been at least 3 months. I think it's like 5.
September 10th.
All right, yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought, honestly.
It feels like it's been a long time, yeah.
Anyway, we're back. We have a lot to say because it's been so long. It actually made me think because I like doing this podcast, but I feel like we got in a rut where we did it too often, and then we didn't know what to talk about.
That's a good point.
Well, I feel like we would get on the show, we'd have something to talk about, but then we ended up doing it like every month anyway.
Yeah.
And so I feel like maybe we should just move to every month.
Okay, yeah.
Because like I feel like when we wait that long, I have a lot to say and you have more to say.
Yeah,
and
well,
then,
if we wait a longer time, I have more to say, but like you always are more prepared and have better ideas for business strategies, and I am just not very good at that. So I feel like I'm not saying a lot.
well, I feel like it took me a while to prepare, so now I feel like we can just get in the groove of things.
Okay.
Well, let's open up the show how we always do. So it's been a long time. So any highlights from the last few months of projects you've been working on? Any like good things that happened? Any disasters that occurred?
Man, that's kind of a lot I've been working on. Yeah, there's been some like good moments. I'm just finally finishing up a project that I'm pretty happy with because it was a little stressful at times. I was just thinking before we started the show, like while you're working sometimes, if you're working on a specific thing, do you like get really stressed out for this one aspect of the job? Like, because there's certain things you do where you only have like one shot at it or it's going to be a huge mess to fix.
Yep.
I like get really stressed out and then I'm like really worried. And then when it's done, I'm like, okay, good. The rest of the day is going to be fine.
That happened to me one time. I had like D-Day levels of adrenaline when I was lifting glass for a shower.
Yeah.
And by myself.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I did one where it was like 2 giant glass pieces and like they had to line up perfectly.
Right.
And, like I had to get all the all the framing done perfectly. I had to get all the tiled in just thick enough for it
right,
to
and
have,
you don't really know if you did a good job.
A 1/4 inch gap between 2 giant pieces of the glass, and if they hit each other, they're gonna shatter.
Yeah,
so it's like I had one of those,
and you can measure and measure and measure, but you don't really know until you put it up.
You can't, yeah.
And like that tempered glass, if you just slightly hit an edge, it's just gone.
It'll just explode. Yeah. Yeah, I just had one of the. I was just thinking about that. Where I had one of those recently where I was putting in like a shower pan and like I only had one shot because I already put like down all the mortar. So like it can't be moved.
Right. Yeah.
Once I put it down, it can't be moved again. So if like it doesn't work. Anyway. So yeah, there's been some good moments like that where things went well.
Well, touching on that, actually, I feel like I don't have those moments very often anymore because I dislike them so strongly. I've tried to do everything I can to avoid that scenario. That's why I have moved away from like remodel projects because there's so many of those scenarios where it's like not just it wasn't so much the stress that got to me. It was just I just don't like the
if something goes
possibility
wrong,
of something going wrong
like
and it's
hugely expensive.
Super expensive. I'm just like, if I can avoid that, I'm going to do everything I can to avoid that because I don't like those situations. So now, like I'm just like a repair guy now, and it's a lot less stress.
Yeah,
and I prefer it greatly. Except for today, I had a really bad day today. Not really bad, but it's one of those days where pretty much everything goes wrong.
It's a bad day.
Yeah, my morning was fine. I was doing drywall in Phoenix, and then I drove to Chandler to install. I was going to fix 3 toilets. They said they had some problem where there was like roots growing up into the toilets, And so I was there the first time. They didn't know that was the problem. The toilets wouldn't flush right. Yeah. I actually flushed one of the toilets, and it was spraying water from the bolts. I'm like, I've never seen that one before. Like spraying, not just like it was leaking. It was spraying water out of where the bolts come at the floor.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
So I was like, this is clearly very wrong.
Yeah.
And
just completely
I opened up the toilet, and there was just roots everywhere.
Ugh.
And one of their ficus trees had gotten into their sewer system. Anyway, so I told him I couldn't fix that.
Yeah, I'm like, what were you gonna do about that? I mean, that is like catastrophic.
Yeah. So anyway, they got that figured out. So then I came back to put the toilets in, and it's pretty simple setting toilets. One of the toilets, I needed to be reset, and then on top of that, it was leaking from the tank. I'm like, okay, I'll just tighten the bolt on the tank. Well, they weren't really moving, and I couldn't get the bolts off to replace them. So I was just like, I'm just going to have to tighten it down and do the best I can. Yeah. Well, I over-tightened it, and I broke the tank.
Oh, the porcelain just broke?
Yeah, it just snapped.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was using my impact drill because I couldn't get the screwdriver to move. And in retrospect, that was a really bad move.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I would ever use
I don't know what I was
an
thinking.
Impact on porcelain.
Like, what was I thinking? Can you imagine being that dumb?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so that was a disaster. And then, so I had to go to the store, get a new toilet.
Oh, man.
Because they sell new tanks at Home Depot, but it wasn't compatible with the one they had.
The toilets are only like $100. So.
Yeah, I bought a $100 toilet. So I come back from Home Depot to install that. I put the base in, and then I go to put the tank in. It's too tall. And they had like a little cabinet or like a little, those vanities where like part of the countertop goes over the toilet?
Oh, yeah. Right.
It was that scenario, and so it wouldn't fit under it.
What a mess.
So I just gave up, and I'm like, I'll come tomorrow, and I'll bring a new toilet, and we'll start over. Like, it wasn't that bad of a day. Like, I'm not financially ruined. But, yeah. But it's just like.
But, like, are you going to have to.
It's just like everything went wrong. Like, every solution didn't work.
Are you going to be able to return the old toilet? Or?
I'm going to try. I've never had a problem returning anything at Home Depot.
Yeah.
They take everything, so. I'm pretty optimistic about it. Even then, it's just $100. It's not going to kill me.
That is an unfortunate waste of time.
Yeah. Part of me feels good about it, though, because I'm trying to lean into that for my business and my reputation, where if anything goes wrong and it's like my fault, I'll fix it. I'll pay for it. Like, it's on me. And I don't know if that's actually moving the bottom line, but I feel good about it.
Yeah.
Like, I sleep well at night, and there's been a couple people who've left me like really amazing reviews because I did above and beyond and, like worked 4 extra hours than I was expecting and didn't charge them anymore, that kind of thing. So I think it goes a long way.
Yeah, I don't
for your reputation.
Doing anything but helping you. I mean, it might, cost you some money for a day, but
yeah, that's the way I look at it. I'm trying not to like just think about the money I'm losing today and just like focus on the long term. Yeah. I was thinking we should, because we're talking about like the last few months since we've done an episode, and we should do an episode after we file our taxes.
Oh, okay.
We can get a kind of a feel for if we made any money this year.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to.
Last year was not so great, so
yeah.
I'm hoping it's a lot better this year.
Yeah, last year I was shocked at how bad it was.
Do you have like an idea before you start looking at it? I really don't know.
I have a pretty good idea.
I have a way I can go look up this stuff, but like I don't track it actively.
I track like all our money. Like we were having some financial, not like financial problems, but just like I was really stressed about our, just like if I could, I think I talked about that last episode. Like if I could keep doing this job,
Right.
Because like, am I going to make enough money? Is this going to work? And so I've been tracking a lot more where our money goes and where our income levels are at. So I have a good gauge of where I'm at, and it's not so bad this year, but last year was not good.
Yeah.
I'd say this year probably, I bet 2020, today, this is 2025, right?
It's 2026. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's only been a few weeks, so.
Yeah, okay, 2026. So 2025, I bet I was maybe like 60, 65K, which I feel pretty good about. It's not like incredible money, and I was working probably on average, like, I was definitely working like 40 hours a week. But I take a lot of time off, so I feel like sometimes I get discouraged. I'm like, oh, I'm not making that much money, but I'm also like, there's also a lot of weeks out of the year where I don't work at all.
Yeah, it's like you get time off, so
yeah,
which a lot of people don't.
I get I probably take off cumulatively like maybe a month and a half. So like 6 or 7.
2026 is going to be a long one. You're taking 3 weeks off, like right at the beginning.
I know, yeah. I'm a little stressed about it, only slightly. It's just hard to not see any money come in for like a whole month. But yeah, but we should definitely, once we do taxes and we know for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
We should see what we're at. Because I feel like that's helpful for listeners to know, like, details of how the business is going. What kind of jobs were you doing?
I was just thinking, like, do you think I could write off part of my car? Because I did buy a new car this year.
I don't remember cars.
Is that kind of stuff possible? I always hear about these write-offs.
I'm pretty sure vehicles you can write off, like, it's kind of I think you can adjust how much you write it off. You know, you can do like 50% of some purchases or like 75%. I think a car you can do up to 100%, depending on how much you use it for work. You probably use your car like 80% of the time for work.
Yeah. It's
like
my car mostly gets used for work.
My car I almost exclusively use for work. I don't like if we go anywhere else. I take Kylie's car, so it's like I think I'm gonna write the whole thing off because I bought a car this year.
Oh right, yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that'll be nice for taxes. But I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable on this stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm certainly not either.
I could probably get some more money in my pocket from Uncle Sam if I was really worried about it. Okay, this is random. I guess we're moving on to another segment.
Okay.
Did you ever tell the story about when I took your paint sprayer and you thought it was stolen? Did you ever tell that story?
I don't know if I did.
That's a pretty good story.
That was a while ago. Wait, was that this summer, I think? It was like...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess I'll just start with that. Well, because I thought it was stolen. I was like checking for all my tools in my garage one day. I look around. I see everything except my paint sprayer, which I had bought fairly recently.
Yeah, you had
at the time. I had like just got it a few months ago.
So it's top of mind.
It's like $600. I mean, it's not like crazy expensive, but like that's one of my most expensive tools.
Yeah, definitely.
Like top 3. So it's like concerning when I can't find it. And I only keep it in this one spot in my garage. I'm like, oh, shoot. I
just not message you about it? Like, I just didn't tell you anything?
You didn't tell me. This is why I thought it was stolen, because you usually will tell me.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, can I borrow this? Or like, hey, or like even a few times before you had come to my house like while I wasn't there and grab something.
Oh, I remember in my defense, it was like a last second thing where I was using my paint sprayer and it broke.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, oh, like I'm in the middle of painting. I literally like drove to your house and went back to the job.
It's no problem. Like I wouldn't have cared, but I had no idea. So I'm just looking through my tools and I don't see my paint sprayer. So then I'm like, wait, what happened to it? And I thought of you and I'm like, but he didn't say anything. I just dismissed that probably too quickly. And I was just more concerned because I had my garage open for a while that day. It was like a Saturday. and I had my garage open. I was doing some work like in the backyard. And then I noticed it was like we have like bulk trash at where I live.
Yeah.
So there's like I had like a pile of junk out there, and then on Saturdays, because they get picked up on Monday, there's like always guys who have trucks that will just ride around the neighborhood and go through the scrap and try to find stuff to take
furniture and
stuff. It's just junk, so they're just taking it for free. But it got me concerned because I had seen them before I noticed my paint sprayer was gone. I had seen them going through the stuff that was out in front of my yard.
Oh shoot!
And then I saw them come back later. So I was thinking like maybe they saw my tools in there.
They swung back around.
And then they swung back around and ran and grabbed that. They just grabbed the most expensive thing they could see.
Did you yell at them? Did you see them? Like, could you see them when you made the connection?
No, I think I saw him drive away a few minutes before I was like thinking this. But I realized I was like a red truck, and I was like, so anyway, I literally called the cops.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The police come to my house, or one cop comes to my house, and I'm giving him my story. He's like, he goes to neighbors to check their cameras.
No.
Because a couple of my neighbors, like one across the street, had like a camera over the garage.
Did you not tell me this because you felt bad?
Oh, I guess
I
not.
don't remember that you
I
went
probably
all
did
those
feel
lengths.
bad. Well, I just felt like an idiot for not even considering the obvious. But I also felt like I just felt bad. Like I was literally like saying that this guy in this truck was a criminal, and he literally did nothing wrong. I was like giving him a description of this guy, of his truck. I mean, I didn't have a license plate or anything.
Meanwhile, he resisted temptation.
Yeah, I mean, it was a garage full of tools. He didn't take anything. I'm accusing him of this. Anyway, so the cop gets information from my neighbors. He couldn't find anything in the footage to get a license plate or anything. I also drove around looking for this guy right after it happened.
Oh my gosh.
It was only like 5 minutes, and then I couldn't find anything, so then I called the cops after I tried to find him myself. and then later, after the cop had left and like got everything he needed, he just kind of was like, yeah, I can't really do anything. I couldn't get enough information from the cameras, and so he was just kind of closed it. He was like, if anything comes up, let me know. But it was like, all right, whatever. I guess it's gone. So then I called my insurance because I have rental insurance, see if they could do anything about it. See if I could get a refund from my rental insurance. Anyway, eventually I decided I just texted you and was like, hey, did you take my face sprayer?
After you called the cops.
After I did all of this, you're like, oh, yeah, I borrowed it. Like, no way. Like, what an enormous waste of resources on everybody's part. Waste the cop's whole like hour doing nothing. Waste my neighbor's time.
Yikes.
Anyway, but I never called off the investigation on the cops' end. I mean, it was over, but I did call off the.
They were still looking for
the
the guy
insurance.
in the red
I
truck.
told the insurance it wasn't gone, but yeah, the cops are still actively looking for this guy in a red truck.
That's sad.
Yeah,
He's a good man.
But it's still in my garage now because you had it. So.
It's been recovered. Wow. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good story. But
yeah, I'd forgotten about that. That was funny.
This is a random reminder to you listening. Please leave a comment, like the show.
You can comment on Spotify.
Subscribe. Right? Yeah, you can comment.
I guess that's the only place I listen.
Most people don't
listen
comment.
to it on.
Like, you ever look on shows, there's like hardly any comments. Like,
yeah, Spotify doesn't get a lot of comments at all.
Yeah. I'll look on like shows that have a lot of listeners and there's like no comments.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's look at my notes here. Oh, they just built a new QT by my house.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know.
We're getting donuts every hour.
I've kind of gotten away from donuts.
That's good.
It was getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Now my new thing is slushies. It feels kind of like juvenile, but they're so nice.
I haven't had one of those in years.
You get yourself a Coke slushie or a Dr. Pepper slushie.
Every time I think of a slushie, I think of me and Garrett used to be in Boy Scouts, and we went to this summer camp.
Oh,
and
right.
We would do a slushie and ice cream mix. That was like a highlight of the trip.
Yeah. Those are good.
Do you ever do that? Do they have ice cream at QT?
They do, but I don't think they do that.
That would be too indulgent for just like some random day. Get an ice cream and slushy mix.
I would, though. If they had that, that would be not good for my health. If they built that, while they were building, I was like looking on their website for like maybe I could work there.
Really?
Like, I have no idea why. Like, I don't want to work
really
there.
Like that place.
I just like want to work at Quick Trip for no reason at all.
Part-time.
Yeah, I'm like, why do I think about stuff like that? Like, I'm like, okay, maybe I could squeeze it in a couple hours after work. I'm like, why? Like, why do I think stupid stuff like that? Why? I'm like, then they get paid like $17 an hour.
I mean, I've thought about working at QT, but like, I'll like drive past some like construction guys. I'm like, I wonder what this job pays. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'll see some guys working like the roads like at night. I'm like, that'd be kind of a cool job to do for a little while. I think I just am more interested to see what it'd be like.
I think like I don't really think about I'd like to work there. I think that I would like to like do it for a month or two. And then try something.
That's
new.
what I was saying. I'm just interested to see what it'd be like.
It'd be kind of interesting to just try a lot of different trades for a month or two.
Right.
Like stuff that's pretty intuitive that you don't have to have a bunch of training for. But I mean, there's not a lot of trades you need a lot of training for. Like most of it, you just kind of figure out on the job.
Yeah.
That might be ignorant speaking, but I kind of feel like it's not like most things aren't that hard.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty easy to learn a lot of this stuff.
I was talking to a guy. I was fixing some irrigation valve in his backyard, and he used to work. He's retired, and he used to work in construction in Phoenix, like when they were building a lot of the high rises and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he was like a welder or something. He said one of his buddies at work fell. Like he just forgot to tether himself in. Just fell like 40 stories or something.
Oh, so he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Can you you forget stuff like that happens. Yeah. I'm glad I don't have that kind of job where it's like literally I could die.
I mean, I feel like even if you're working on like a skyscraper now, it'd probably be unlikely these days with the kind of safety stuff they have now.
Yeah, probably, but it's still, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to you. Like, you still have to do it.
You still have to be aware.
And I'm sure I would cut corners. So that might be me. I might be the guy that just explodes on the pavement. Jeez. Anything else new from the last few months? Any principles you've learned? Anything you've like adjusted your business or the way you do things?
No, I think there's 2 different times where I said I would try to fix something. It just didn't work out. So I don't know if I'm
like you told someone, I can fix that.
It's like, no, I'm like, I can probably fix this.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. And it didn't work out. And I felt bad. And it was just like a waste of time, waste of money.
What's the lesson from that? Are you going to just not do that anymore? If you don't know how to do something, just don't do it?
Yeah, I think I just need to know more information about what it is so I know for sure if I can do it or not. But I still want to learn stuff, so.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no to that kind of stuff because I still want to learn.
I had that situation like a month ago where I was just telling myself, I'm like, I'm done learning stuff. I can't even remember what it was. I think I told you where I just tried to do something and then I just gave up. I'm just like, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was that? Remember I told you about that?
Oh, I don't remember.
Anyway, it'll probably come to me, but the principle is there nonetheless. Where, I feel like I've been doing this long enough now where I have a large enough amount of skills, or I don't feel like I need to learn new stuff. Like it's kind of fun to try stuff and learn something new, but at some point it's just not worth it.
Well, I was upset about it just because I got defeated by a window. It was just like a window spring. I couldn't figure it out.
Really?
I mean, I probably could have figured it out, but I couldn't find the exact part.
Yeah.
So I bought this part that looked like it might work. And I spent hours trying to make it work. And then it just wouldn't work at all. It was no better than when I got there. And I had already put in like a good 3 or 4 hours into nothing.
Yeah.
And then it's just so defeating where it's like, I had to tell him like, yeah, I can't do it. You're going to have to
and then you
see
start.
if you can find, I mean, because I don't have like another option for them. Like, I don't know where you find a guy who can fix window springs. But
Yeah.
like, if you want this fixed, you got to find someone else because I can't do it.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Is like I want to be the guy that can fix anything.
Yeah.
And then it's like, because I don't know anybody that could fix this.
I know.
So it's like you're just kind of out of luck.
Yeah, I just like left him with a broken window. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I did that. I remembered what the job was. They had like pavers in their backyard that were like mortared to the concrete. And I didn't know this before I started working on it.
I kind of remember.
Yeah, it was like a good maybe 6 or 7 inches of mortar, which is crazy. I don't know who installed those. So I tried to just like, it was essentially like they, with weather and heat, it was like they had expanded and then pushed up like, upwards like a little mountain.
Oh, okay.
And so they wanted
So
me
it
to,
was like it was like instead of a concrete slab, they just put a bunch of mortar. It was like 6 inches of mortar.
No, it was like they had a concrete sidewalk in their backyard.
Yeah.
And then they covered it with pavers. But then whoever installed the pavers put a ton of mortar down on top of it. Mm. So anyway, it was like I had to get rid of the little mountain that it created from expanding. And so that my plan was like, I'll just cut around the pavers that are like tilted up, and then I'll just reset them so that they're back to normal. And I spent 8 hours like just sawing and cutting, and I bought a larger blade at Home Depot to like.
And cutting mortar or concrete is like horrible.
Oh my gosh,
it's so disgusting.
I was using it with an angle grinder. That's like the best thing I had.
Yeah.
And so after literally 8 hours, I'm just like, I can't do this. And in the last like 2 hours, I'm just fantasizing about like not doing it anymore.
Or it just somehow coming together.
Just somehow it just like, it's a miracle. Or the client's like, it's all right, we'll pay you anyway.
I literally have those thoughts too. They're like, oh, they'll still pay me, right? They'll appreciate me trying. I'm not going to offer that to them, but maybe.
The only fantasy that came true was that I just gave up and left. So, but that was still satisfying to just be rid of it.
Yeah. Does it still haunt you though?
No, it did for the day after.
Right.
I just felt bad. I was like, and again, it's like, who am I gonna tell them can do it? I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were they wanted me to get it done before some party they were having, and I'm like, it's not gonna be done before the party. Sorry. But it happens. The lesson is like, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. I'm gonna try and repair stuff. I don't want to do remodels. I don't want to do stuff that I don't know. I'm just gonna do drywall and plumbing, and if there's other things that come up that I'm already familiar with, I'll do those too for the right price.
I really like doing remodels though. I just
it
really
is
love
satisfying.
Because like the one I'm working on, it was literally just concrete and exposed studs, and now it's like a finished bathroom with like a shower and.
See, it's satisfying.
It's just satisfying to see the
but it
end
would be
result.
satisfying to me if it was like my own house, because then it's like something goes wrong. Oh, it's all right. It's just on me. Or like, I took a whole 2 weeks longer than I told them. It's all right. I'm the client.
Yeah.
But when it's other people, it's just so annoying and stressful.
Right, because something can always go wrong.
But I am with you. It's really satisfying. It is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like lessons, because it's been a few months since we talked about this, and there's definitely been some more besides just not doing stuff, not learning any more things. That's definitely something I'm trying to implement now. I've been pretty good about, we've talked about this many times on the show, of limiting Home Depot runs. I feel like I've got a good system for that now. I just have like a list on my phone in my notes section called Home Depot runs. And it's just, I just have a list of like anytime I think of anything that I either need to restock, like if I use my last bottle of caulk, I'll just add that on the list.
Oh yeah.
Or like Like today, I had those toilets. I knew I might need a flange, so last week I bought a flange because it came to my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm going to need that next week. So I bought it ahead of time. That way I didn't have to go to Home Depot today. Just that's been pretty good.
Just making it more efficient, yeah.
Yeah, I just have somewhere to write it down so that anytime I think about a job I'm going to need in the near future, I can just buy it ahead of time rather than go to the store and waste my time.
Yeah.
Another lesson I feel like I've learned is, I already mentioned this, but it has been pretty big, where if I mess up or it's not so much if I mess up, like today with the toilet, like that's my fault. So I said, like, I'll pay for it. Like I broke it, I'll pay for it. They were very nice, said they would pay for it.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, that's nice.
But, I'm not going to expect that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the bigger thing I think is if I give somebody a quote, I'm going to stick to it no matter what. Like I haven't raised a quote in probably 2 years. Like if I give them a quote, that's what I'm going to charge them.
Yeah.
And I think people really appreciate it, because I had gotten some really negative feedback from people just a couple times where I did that, where it was like, oh, I told them it was going to cost $100 because I thought it would take an hour, and it took like 6. And then I'm like telling them like all the extra things I had to do and extra work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just gives people a bad taste in their mouth of like, well, you told me it was going to be this.
Yeah.
And then because people don't really understand.
That's also part of like maybe what you're saying, where you're just kind of sticking more to what you know, which you probably learned more over the last couple of years, is why that doesn't happen very often, because you know the problems you might run into.
Very repeatable things.
Yeah.
But sometimes where I think it does create problems is because I know I'm not going to charge them more than what I say ahead of time. I do think I end up maybe making my price a little bit higher just to compensate, just in like worst case scenario. This takes longer than I think. So there has been a few times where someone's like, I don't want to, like $160 for resetting a toilet seems high. I'm like, yeah, I get that. So I think sometimes it scares people away, but I don't know. Maybe you have thoughts on this. So I just kind of give people like for example, like setting a toilet, like that's pretty easy. Usually it's pretty straightforward, but sometimes you get in there, the flange is ruined and you have to replace it.
Oh,
and
right.
Stuff
Yeah.
like
Some
that.
parts will just be leaking.
So like sometimes it's a lot more than you're expecting it to be.
Yeah.
So I kind of err on the side of quoting them a little bit higher. Whereas like I'd be really happy if it was super easy and I got paid $120, but I bid them for $160 in case something goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes like if it does go really well, I'll be like, this was way faster than I thought, and then I'm going to charge you this instead, and it'll be less than what I said. Mm. But I don't really know how to fix that, because I just don't know a solution for not giving people a higher price, but then not like reneging on my quote and having to charge them after the fact.
Right.
So I'm just this is what I'm doing now, and it's kind of working, but it does give me problems sometimes when I think I've scared a few people away because my price is a little bit high. And in my head, I'm like, well, I might charge you less, but they don't know that. So I'm like, and I can't.
That's
just
what I was
say
thinking.
that.
Was like, if I'm telling them I'm going to do a toilet for $160 and they say yes, I'm not going to go down. Like, yeah, not very often unless it takes 10 minutes. But
well, I rarely do unless it's literally like, oh, that went so fast. So I feel bad charging.
Right. If it's like, if everything goes right and there's like done in like 30 minutes, and yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that system makes sense, because I try to avoid that as much as possible too, is like changing a quote.
Right.
But I feel, I don't know. For smaller jobs like that, I don't know, because like some of the stuff I've done where it'll be like I open up, like when I did recently, it was like I open up what was an old bathtub and stuff, and see that the plumbing's, I have to redo it, which is going to take way more.
Yeah, but that is easy to communicate. Like, hey, this is going to be way more than we thought.
I feel like that's a whole different issue.
Yeah, like that's not what you signed up
for a short short job like that, like a toilet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe you just kind of
There was one time
find a good price and you just hope for the best every time.
There was one client who they said, "Hey, I want you to replace the fill valve in 3 of my toilets because one of them's going, and then the other 2, I just want to get them taken care of just so they don't go bad."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I do those for I forget what I didn't say that's what I do because it was multiple. So I think I said, okay, I'll do that for like 170 or something." And because I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's not actually the fill valves. Maybe they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like it could be a lot more work than they're thinking it is. But then they texted me back and they're like, that seems kind of high for just switching out some valves. I think I'll go somewhere else.
Mm.
And then I respond. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of high. Would you do it for this? And then I ended up doing the job.
Okay.
So I don't.
Yeah,
that kind of worked.
You just don't.
But then I kind of feel like a fraud. Like I gave him one price, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm trying to get more money than I deserve. You know what I mean?
You're not going to spend the time explaining to them, oh, I thought you didn't know what you're talking about, and I was going to charge you more because it maybe would have gone wrong.
Like when I say I'll do a cheaper
weird.
price, it comes across like I'm trying to rip them off.
Right.
Which wasn't my intention. So I don't know, but it kind of worked. So I guess I could do that if somebody thinks my prices are too high.
Maybe it'd be kind of hard for everyone to do, but if you could just ask for like an excess of photos, just like take a bunch of photos of the toilet, so you just get an idea of what.
I need to do a better job at that.
Like, hey, take a photo of the bolts holding the tank, just to see if they're rusty. You can get an idea for how old this thing is.
Yeah, that I need to get better at that because I get into that situation a lot. Like last week, I replaced a faucet in somebody's kitchen, and I asked for just one picture of like what the faucet was right now. And then I go under the sink, and it's like everything's rusted out. I had to grind everything off of the off of the faucet.
Yeah, it's just like welded together.
And then the valves were bad. I had to replace the angle valves. And I'm like, I should have just asked them for some more pictures so I could know how bad this was. But I just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing that I was
That's a good point, though. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that.
Because, I mean, it's not so hard to just take some photos, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind just taking a whole bunch.
Well, you have a final question, Grant?
We're
about wrapping up. Or do you have any other thoughts? Here's the final question, Grant.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot it.
Okay. I had no, I actually didn't really have a good one. I had a really lame one.
Wow, this is sad. This is truly pathetic. Well, that's the finale.
That's it?
I guess we'll wrap it up here.
Is that it?
Next.
All right.
I'm no longer saying next week. Now we're going to say
that's a
next
good idea,
month.
Yeah.
Next month.
Next half a year.
No.
Next month.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
All right.
That's easy. We'll have even more lessons. See, here's the thing about me and Grant is we keep coming up with ideas. We barely improve, but we're always going to have ideas.
Yeah.
So when you listen to our show, you can get inspired that you'll be better than us probably within 6 months.
That's a great point, yeah.
Like if you have never owned a business before, you've never even done like blue collar work. 6 months, you're probably better than us.
Yeah, if you pay attention to our advice, but I've been paying attention to Garrett's advice, and I haven't really done a lot of it. But Garrett's got great ideas.
We get decent advice. I just feel like we're not great at executing.
Yeah.
So we'll improve.
I had one thing.
What?
It's not really a final question, but I was wondering. I just got a ticket for running a red light.
Oh gosh. Oh, I did too.
Do you think? I always hear that like you can just not pay these things, but you kind of have to, right?
I got one.
I also looked up that like they take red lights way more seriously.
Oh, Oh yeah, I
than,
got
like,
a
speeding
speeding
tickets.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket from Tempe, and I just ignored it, and nothing's ever come from it. But a red light, yeah, that might cause a problem.
I was just taking a left on red. I didn't even know there was cameras on left turns.
I thought there wasn't.
I thought so too, but it's gonna cost me $300 for not knowing that.
I hate that.
I mean, it was like the middle. It was like the middle of the night. There's no one on the road.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
And
I
it was,
don't know why.
it's green going forward, but it's red to go left. So I'm like, I'll just go. I mean, I do that sometimes.
You just should have turned right and done a U-turn. That's what you do now.
Yep, that's what I will do.
Wow,
Anyway.
that hurts.
But I think I'm just gonna have to pay it.
Well, just ignore it until you have to. I don't think there's.
I mean,
any
I just got something in the
repercussions, right?
mail. I just I've heard from someone I worked with that like you can just wait unless they serve you in person, then you like have to. But
Yeah, just do that.
But like it has a court date and stuff. Like I feel like
Oh, really?
yeah, I feel like it's
Oh.
more legit than like a speeding ticket.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about court dates.
It's like in March, so I think I have to just get it done
Yeah,
with.
maybe you should pay that. Don't
Do
yeah.
the driving school.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Pony up $300.
That was your final question? Was you got a ticket?
No, if you like, you have to pay those.
Oh, yeah. In this case, probably yes.
Yeah. All right.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next month. Thanks for tuning in, and please subscribe, leave a comment, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Bye.
See you next time.